Hello, AG Surfer and JJ for Real 2. Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday Night Chat with Nick. Let me see. Just situate my screen here so that I can see everything. How's everyone's doing? Just finished dinner, late dinner. Got my after dinner coffee ready. Nothing like pure dark coffee right after dinner. My son asked me yesterday, Anthony, hello, Night of All. Anthony like to play the game. Would you rather? Okay, he know what my favorite food is, and he often are very curious to see what I'm willing to give up. He know I love peanut butter, and today he asked me, "Would you rather give up peanut butter or coffee?" Tough one, tough choice. It has to be peanut butter. I need my coffee. Stephen, hello. Sunny England. I thought it was, wouldn't it be like evening, like late evening in England? But I'm guessing you're saying it's not currently sunny. Trying to get that thing right. Anyhow, welcome to my live chat. My friend finally did came over today. Been a busy day today. He did came over and help me out in modifying the cabinets. So now that they are modified and I have brought them into the room, it's time to take the books and put in there. That's gonna be a huge task. Okay, um, my books are scattered all over the place in all kind of wacky orders. Not in sure it's by titles, but you're talking about 50 plus of these kind of container. Okay, I have 50 or 60 plus half a dozen short boxes. It's gonna be a whole lot of sorting through. The worst part though is rebags and reboard. I bought 500 new bags and board. Mylight. I like Mylight Plus. I found that Mylar is too thick. Even Mylight 2 is too thick for me. Hello, Merc with a mouth is here. Um, hello, Dr. Ranchilla. So I settle with Mylight Plus. I found there's a real thin Mylight that is too thin, and then there's Mylight Plus, which is a little too thin for my taste, but not too thin, and I find that to be doable. And so I'm going with switching over 500 plus. I bought 500 Mylights and boards. I bought them from eBay. I think I paid. There was one place that was charging something like $70 for 300 Mylight Plus, which I thought was a decent deal. You know, it's like $69 shipping included, something like that. But with a mouse said he will come down and rebags and board for a small fee. Actually, even worse than that is grading them, because I figure since I have it out, since I'm gonna take it out, I have graded over the past 2 years. I have graded and scanned roughly 1,500 of the books. So about half of my collection has been scanned and graded. So as I pull out the A's, from like Aquaman, Avengers, Amazing Spider-Man, if I see books that have not been graded, if the book does not have a little piece of paper that say what the grade is, then I have not graded yet. So that's the cumbersome part, because every book, when I rebagging, if it's not graded, I gotta scan all that stuff. I feel might as well do it now. As painful and slow as that process is, why not? Yes, a big part of it too, John, and as other people see, a big part of that too is, let me show you. A lot of my books were in the wrong size. Well, many of my books are in the old Mylar, like this. Okay, I have hundreds of books in this. They're gone. Okay, the Mylar, the old Mylar, this is gone. So I gotta replace them with, MyLight Plus. So there are hundreds of these, and then I have hundreds more where it's the bigger size. And in order to fit my new cabinet, I need them all to be in the 725 size. Okay, so the way I modify the cabinet, everything has to be in the 725 size Gerber to work. So indeed, HE Surfer, as I go through the scanning process and grading of some of the book today, I did stop a few moments to enjoy some of the books as I flip through them. So it's been fun. Like I said, I told my wife, would I love to get this done in a week or two? Absolutely. But at this pace where I had to scan 10, 20, or 30 out of every 100 books, it's going to take some time. Lord Tatman. Yes, John. Us old timer were first introduced to those Mylar, which we love 20 years ago, right? Like 20 years ago, back in the 90s, I'm like, oh my God, these are like, they're so awesome. Now, as I go through my collection and see hundreds of books in those Mylar, what up? But I have to get rid of them. So indeed, hello, Luther Manning. So that's so I have 3 cabinets. I have modified 3 cabinets. I'm hoping that the modification I did and the number of books I'm putting in, when I'm all said and done, those 3 cabinets gonna hold roughly 2,400 books, roughly. We'll see if they can manage the weight. These are not cheaply made cabinet, file cabinet. They are heavy metal. They weigh, each cabinet weighed 130 something pounds. Yeah, John, I'm not sure when I got mine. I would say that I got mine in the 90s. When in the 90s, I don't remember. I don't even remember if I bought my first one or I bought a book that came with a Mylar. But I'm pretty sure I did not have any of them or any of my books in that kind of Mylar until the 90s. And then the early days of eBay, I know I bought a lot of them. In the 1999, 2000, I think I bought a couple hundred to put in my books that I bought from eBay. And that's how those Mylar got into my collection back in the 90s. Hello, Bianchi. Yes, Lord Tatman, to answer the question, the problem with book deterioration, okay, when it comes down to aging of books, one of the elements that age a book is exposure to oxygen. Okay, so those open top mylar, uh, they might protect the physical. Okay, they tough enough to protect the physical corner and edges, but believe it or not, if you put a book in there and store them poorly, like in a hot, humid place, the top edge of your books will turn yellow, will be tan. Okay, so that's the misnomer back in those early days in the 80s and 90s when those were widely available, and people thought, oh, Mylar, they are so much better than poly. Not exactly. Yes, the exposure at the top. So even in the past, say 7-8 years, even when I use those open top one, often I have the book already in another bag, and the open mylar is just extra. Okay, but still, the bag that I used in those mylar was poly bag. So as I tossed away those mylar, I also had to toss away the old poly that been in there for 10-20 years, and toss away the backing board and replace it with the new backing board. So it's a long process. I didn't realize that it would take like an hour to do that for 40 books. Yes, full back is nice. One thing about full back is when you use full back, it's so strong, and you put them in there, even when the book shift a little bit, the backing board is there to protect the book as far as the spine. So even if for those that put books into long boxes or short boxes and the book kind of waver and shift here and there, when the book is in a full back thing, it can handle a lot of movement. Speaking of books, as I go through the books today, I also last week I did a video where I showed some of the books that I plan to take to CGC before the end of May, before they raise the price. Not that I have to, on the grand scheme of thing. On the grand scheme of thing, to be honest, raising $3 is not gonna make it or break it. Okay. I know some people make a big deal out of it, like, oh, they're raising by 3 or 5. Does it matter when a book is a $2,000 book? Really? You're worrying about $3 raising price when so yes. When it comes down to book to be sent to get CGC slab in the next few weeks, what would you guys do? A 6.5 or 9.2? 6.5 on one of my friend emailed me a couple weeks ago and said if I regretted selling my 8.0 copy for too cheap. I sold my copy a few months ago before Bernie Wrightson passed away, before the craze. This book has went crazy in the past couple weeks, okay? Crazy. But I sold mine before I went crazy. And one of my friends asked me, did I regret selling it? And I'm just like, it's just like stock trading, okay? If I sell something for a good profit, I don't whine about missed opportunities. Mind you, that same book that I sold for, I think I sold for 700 or 750. That book right now would go for 1,000. Okay, I think an 8.0 might go for 1,000, but when I sold it, I think I got 750 or something like that. Trust me, I paid almost nothing for it. So, but that same book I tried to sell 2 years ago for 400 with no taker. Okay, so for 2 years ago, I put it up for sales on the CGC forum, and it sat there for 2 weeks. Not even one offer, not even anybody sniffing at the book for 400. So when I was able to sell it 2 years later for 700 plus, I'm not gonna cry over missing out, because you know why? Because this mofo have a lot more. Yeah, I like to rub it in. Yes, way too many copy of this. Way too many copy of this. This gotta go. I have something like 4 or 5 copies, so they're all 6.0 to 7.0. Not nothing special, but don't need to have 5 copy. This one, nothing special, but it has a potential to be 9.8. So why not, right? Once again, here's another book that I have plenty of copies. So why not send the best one? If it's a 9.6, so what? Extra copies. Here's another book. Now this one, the reason why I would send it in, because it's, once again, I have way too many copies, and this one is a tough one to sell raw based on the condition. It's easier to put it in a 9.2 slab and say bye-bye. This probably is the most valuable one in the lot I will be sending to CGC. This is probably like a 9.4-ish. And then, of course, Warlock. I have 5 copies of this book. No need to have 5. This one is about 8.0. Yeah, Mark, there is a reason why I won't be paying you. Thank you, Deadpool, as far as that book. Okay, now, yes, Bianchi, if you follow my life story, I bought that book way before I know anybody care about them, because it was one of the very first FF book that I read back in the 80s. So that book had a special thing with me. So over the years, when I see a FF67 that has a white cover, I bought. They're all like in the 8 to 9 range. I have 2 copies maybe that are 9.2-ish, but that's like the worst one. It's an 8.0. Now, paying, why should I pay anybody? Now, as far as other books to be sent to CGC, that's the tougher part. Okay, I bought a huge collection of Silver Age a few months back, and there was a lot of beautiful books, and I'm missing a couple of them too. I say about a third of the copies I don't have. So it's for my collection. I would love to find a lower grade copy and then sell the high grade one, because trust me, I love high grade, but I don't need 9.4 or 9.6 in my copy. Sorry, Merck. Yeah, when it comes down to like having high grade raw books, I love to have them, but at the same time, I come to appreciate a nice looking mid-grade book as well. So I don't really need to have high grades. So, um, but I'll show you some of the books I get in this Silver Age collection I bought a few months back that probably will go to CGC to get graded. Okay. I'm just gonna pull out the book that I think should be going to CGC to get graded. And some are keepers, so I'm not gonna bother showing them. Care to guess what the grade is on this one? Unfortunately, my camera from my webcam is kind of crappy. This one, 9.4. I think it's worth slabbing and selling because I have 5 other copies. Okay. Now this one, 9.4, folks. Now this one is super high grade, but I'm keeping this one because it's my favorite book of the entire collection I bought. Okay, because it's the nicest, widest copy of this book. Nick, you upselling and trading on Instagram? The answer is no. I am anti buying and selling on Instagram. Hate it. Has anyone seen a copy of this book this white? Anyone? Anyone? 9.6 all day long. I have a couple copy of this book, but they're kind of yellowish, brown. So that one's staying. What else? This one. Here's another book going to CGC. No, Edwin, I'm just showing people books that I will be submitting to CGC in the next week or so. But this copy, 9.6, okay, is going to CGC. Let's see what else. Here is one. I think this one is a keeper. I love it too much to let go. And I can't let go on this one. This one, I'm tempted, okay, because it's a 9.4, 9.6-ish. Tempted. I would, but I don't have another copy. And then this one, it's a 9.2, 9.4-ish. I think this one in 9.2, 9.4 is worth good money. So I'm debating. How about this gorgeous issue of 85? Tale of Suspense. This is an awesome book. It's about a 9.4, 9.6-ish. Freak of Nature. Book Dano asks, do you have a nice copy of Captain America 111? I need to think about that one. I know I have a nice copy of 112, 111. I think I do. Now here is a keeper. Okay, here's a keeper. You know me and Dr. Doom covers. I have this book already, but this copy is beautifully centered and it's like a 9/4 copy. Too beautiful to let go. Do you want to see more? Let me know if you want to see more. This is just a third of it, okay? I bought a Silver Age collection that probably filled up 3 of these boxes. But here's one of them. I need to go through those 2 other boxes to decide what else going to. But so far I have about 10 books that's going to CGC. So far I have about 10 books, and yes, more Gene Colan. There is there more Gene Colan sweetness in here? Oh, but how about this one? Has anyone seen a copy of 9496 of this book? Incredible Steranko covers. Yeah, this one is a 9/4, easy, maybe a 9/6. I think this one need to go to CGC, I think. But yes, so that's like I said, as I go through, hopefully in the next week or two, if I see a book that I don't need, I chuck it in there. There is, my guess is I probably have 20 or 30 books. There's a lot of books. There's a ton of beautiful books in this box that I am debating to send because I don't have a copy. Like I said, about a third of the books I don't have. 2/3 of the books I already have. So it's, I don't mind letting go of the higher grade books to sell. I don't need that many duplicates. But for the books that I don't have, it's tough to let go because I don't have a copy until I find a replace. If I find a mid-grade, good-looking, presentable books. Hello, Scott. Scott is here. The OG. 74 Scrugan, hello. Top value for 163, I don't know, to be honest. If I had to guess, my top grade, you're talking 9/8. I think 9/8 Silver Age books are basically freak of nature. They should go for a couple $100, if not over 1,000. But I don't know. I can. I can only guess of. I have no idea. To be honest, since I don't have GP analysis, I cannot even estimate to you what they are worth. I just know that when you see Silver Age on like a dark cover, like a black cover, that is 9/4, 9/6, you bet it's not going to be easy to find. Lord Tedman have a Steranko Strange Tales 163 9.0 Steranko SIG. Now that is one SIG that I would like to have because Steranko have a beautiful signature. Okay, I can't say like top 5, top 10, but when it comes down to signature, I love Steranko signature. I love Walt Simonson's signature. I even like Todd McFarlane's signature. There's a whole bunch of signature that I really like. I mean, there are lots of creators that I like, but I detest their signature because to me, they have ugly signatures. Okay, and it's not an off. I hope that doesn't sound offensive. Yes, 74 Screwgun. Thank you. If you want more, let me know. I can bring out a lot more. I did not do a video of this haul, but trust me, this Silver Age haul that I got is insane. Okay, it's insane. And what you saw there, barely a third or quarter of the books that I bought. Um, it's a mouth drooling collection. When I saw it, it was like, um, what I was gonna say. Yes, when it comes down to signature, there's a handful of creators. I mean, some of my favorite have terrible signature. Like I prefer the younger Frank Miller signature where it's just Frank Miller, but the FM thing just doesn't do it for me. I think Jack Kirby have a nice signature. I think Joe Sinat have a nice signature. I think signature that is clear, that you can read the name, are the beautiful one. From John Buscema, John Romita, you name it. Stan Lee, when he used to sign neatly, is a nice signature. When you have, like to me, when I look at somebody like Chris Claremont signature, it's a complete mess. Okay, I love Chris Claremont, I love the X-Men, but my God, no, don't need that. John Byrne, beautiful signature. Okay, Barry Windsor Smith, when he signed the old way, very nice. You can see Barry Smith, but then for those that has seen Barry Smith later signature before he stopped signing, it's just a bunch of lines like a Barry Smith signature look like a EKG lines. Buddy Wrightson have a beautiful signature. Mike Zeck have a beautiful signature. Like I said, it's often when I see signature, I tend to frown on poorly signed books that you can't read the signature. It's just a bunch of scribble nonsense on that, and it's too bad. And it's not. It's a personal taste. At the end of the day, it's a personal taste. Okay, there's lots of people out there that love Chris Claremont signature. So I'm sure some of them will be thumbing down this video if they see me saying Chris Claremont have an ugly signature. I'm sure some of them will be, you are wrong, you are stupid. It's the internet. Grow some thick skin, dumbass. Just because I don't like something, it's okay. Adam Hugh, AH, right? It is a sign AH. Ah. Art Adams. I'm not sure if I have ever seen Art Adams signature, so I can't say. But yeah, when it comes down to like Silver Age dudes, Steranko all day long. I will pick Steranko over Jack Kirby, over Buscema, over everybody else. Neil Adams signature is nice. Okay, Neil Adams signature is nice, but it's not like, But when I look at Steranko signature, that like, I have said this many times. Steranko and Walt Simonson's signature is a piece of art in themselves. Okay, it's just a beautiful, neatly thing. Yeah, that Pulika Instagram. I agree. I've seen him scribble his signature across every X-Men title, and I'm just like, what on God's green earth is that? But like I said, come down to personal taste. A lot of people love it. It is what it is. The way I see it, if you like it, get it, buy it, own it. I don't like it, I'm not getting it, and I ain't buying it. It's 7:36. Before I, well, let me do this. Let me go grab another box of goodies and show them, okay? Because you're not gonna see these books in ever again. Many of them is gonna go to CGC and probably out of here. Okay, here we go. Another box. Once again, I'm gonna just flip through and pull out the eye candy. Okay. How often do you see this book in 9496 raw, huh? Look at that. This is a tough one. I don't have a copy. It's gonna be hard letting this one go. Hard. Here's another one. This one is a 92, 94-ish. I have a copy. I have a mid-grade copy of this book already, so I think this one can go and I won't miss it very much. This one, I already have a couple copy, but it's a 92-ish. It's going. I don't need 3 copy of this book. But just look at how white this book is. Oh my God. Look at that. White, 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 white. How about this one? 96. This is going. Okay, I have a copy. I have a 92 raw that is really nice. But this Stunner 96 is going to CGC. There is no need to keep that book. It's going in the CGC box. Why do I sell such great stuff? Because I have a lot of them. You need to watch more of my video. I don't need 3 copy of anything. How about this one? Another Stunner. 94-ish. I think this one go to CGC and out of here. How about this one? How you like this one? By the way, Potential 98. Yeah. Yeah. Potential 98. Yeah. And yes, I'm selling it too. Because I have a couple 96 raw. Yes, I'm evil. I'm evil. This book, do I need a 96? I have a 92 raw, so it's going. This one is a 94. Do I need it? I have a 96 raw too, so I think I'm keeping this one and selling the 9 and slabbing the 96. $9.4. I have like a 9.2 already, so it's going. Let's see, what else? What else? This one I'm gonna keep because this is a nicest copy of this book. I have a couple that's like readers low grade, and this one it's only a 9.0, but it's not worth slabbing. You know, I'm keeping this one. No, I don't have a printing press. I just have good eyes. Let's see, what else? Bunch of keepers. Nothing else to send to CGC. Oh. Now, Iron Man 1, I already have a mid-grade copy to CGC. That's nicer than my keeper. Nicer than my mid-grade that I bought last year for those that follow my channel. Last but not least, that's going to CGC. I need to put this into a different bag. I just take it out of the cruddy bag that it came in. For those that follow my channel, you know I bought a mid-grade keeper, right? Check out this high-grade copy. Yeah, it's going to CGC. Bring on the hate. Bring on the hate. Okay. That's it, folks. That's everything that is, well, that's it for now. That is it for now as far as books going to CGC. Yes, and like I said, all those books came from the same Silver Age collection. So yes, so already in my box to CGC, as you can see, it looked like there are almost 20 books there. It's coming together. I figure between now and next week, by Monday, I will hopefully add a few more books to that, you know, come up with maybe 20 plus 30 books total to submit to CGC, and then pick up the phone, call CGC, buy Seeking Near-Mint, and then make a drive to CGC, and then drop off the books. I probably will fast track the book. You know, I don't mind paying the extra. When it comes down to slabbing, if you are slabbing to sell, and that's my intention for these books, there is, especially these books where you're talking, you know, some of them could be $1,000 kind of books. I'm not gonna be cheap and save a penny and trying to nickel and dimes the submission fees so that I can save $5 per slab and wait another 3 months. No, when you have something like this, you want to fast track it. You pay $35 or $40 or whatever it is that costs to slab them instead of the cheap $20 fee. Even 60, I might even have to pay like 50 or 60. And then you know, slap the book, and then they probably be ready in a month. You know, so if I submit them, say, the way CGC work is, you know, I'm lucky that I live 20-minute drive away from CGC headquarters. So, but yes, Stephen, I'm right here. They practically 20-minute drives away from me. So I don't have to waste money shipping. The only rule that they have is if you want to drop off the books, you need to call and schedule a time. Okay, they have, because what it is the way CGC headquarter is. Bye, Scott. They have they have, I think, three. They have 3 or 4. I think they have 4 meeting rooms. Okay, and they can only see 3 or 4 clients at the same time. So they don't want everyone to show up impromptu and drop off the book. So you have to call ahead, 24 hours ahead. So let's say by Monday I finalize 25 books to be submitted. Monday morning, I will call CGC and I will say, can I drop off the books tomorrow? They will most likely say yes. I will say, what time slot do you have available? And then if they say 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., I say, see you at 10. And it's very quick. I usually print the submission form on before. You can download the submission form and print it out and fill it out yourself. You can fill in the PDF. It's one of those PDF that you can fill in and print. I will fill it all in, all the information, and I show up. I did a video, Stephen Wilkinson. If you haven't seen the video that I show me driving to CGC and drop off the books, there is a video that show me driving to CGC and submit. And then you get there, you get through the security gates, and then it's very quick. You show up, you show the form that I filled out. They will look at the form and they look at the books and check off every single book that's in the form to make sure that what you put down in the form is what you are submitting. And then and that's it. I mean, it literally takes 30 seconds. Hello, Mercenat. So in 30 seconds, I mean, you're literally in and out, and then I'm out of here. And so it is that simple for me. If I say it take me 20 minutes to get there, 30 seconds or a minute to be in the meeting with the recipient, and then drive home. So for me, it is an easy issues to deal with CGC. I don't have to deal with packing, shipping, all that nonsense. Okay, I'm so happy that by luck I moved to Sarasota before I even knew about slab company in Sarasota. I had bought and owned a slab before, just 2. I owned 2 slabs before I moved to Sarasota, but I had no idea that CGC was in Sarasota. No idea. So it was just by sheer luck that I end up there and end up here. And I've been there way too many times. Yes, Stephen Wilkinson. If you haven't seen the video, it's under the Slab Talk. I have a series called Slab Talk. It's in the very first. It's only like maybe 6 or maybe 8 or 9 videos under the title Slab Talk. But if you search ETA Nick Slab Talk, you will see, I think it's the 3rd video or 4th, maybe something like that. That it show a 20-minute drive to CGC. I literally show you every single minute of the video. It's like a half an hour long video. It's the longest Slab Talk video there is. Can you bribe them in person? No. Um, the thing is, the person that receive your books at CGC is probably the lowest ranking person in the food chain. It's not the greatest. So bribing that person mean nothing. Even if they can. Even if you hand that person $1 million and say, I want a higher grade, it means nothing because that person has nothing to do with grading. All that person do, all that person will do is make sure the books that you're submitting is in the form that you're submitting. And that person enter that information into the computer and put the books into the vault. In the vault, going forward, it will other people deal with your books. So that person will have nothing to do with anything that had to do with grading. So even if you can bribe that person, it means absolutely nothing. Luther Manning, I think what you said, I wish you recorded me going into CGC. I think that's when I shut off the camera right at the gate because I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to shoot inside the gate. But it's not much going on. I mean, the CGC compound and lobby is beautiful. It's one of those. It looked like a fancy hotel. Okay, trust me. When you walk into the front door, into the waiting room, and hand in your books, it's like a fancy hotel. Okay, beautiful marble floors, fancy furnitures, big screen TV. They have TV right in the lobby, so that if you have to wait, you can watch TV, and you never have to wait. Like I said, it's a quick 1 minute in and out kind of thing, but it's a beautiful lobby. But it's just it's 4 rooms and the lobby, okay, and then there's a big control security door behind that. That unless you are a CGC employee, you can't go through. Yeah, there's not much, And the thing is, for the most part, whenever I am there at CGC, doesn't matter what day, or what time, usually at least one or two other customer there picking up books or delivery. Okay, it's weird that, well, it's not weird because you can sense how busy the place is. There's a lot of dealers that live nearby. A lot of professional presser would, you know, press the books. There's a couple local professional presser that will press books and then deliver to CGC in bulk. I've seen these guys that bring in like, you know, a long box. Is there any film from inside CGC on the web? No, there is no camera pictures of any sort of interior of CGC. Um, they don't want you to see that. They don't want you to see the vault. Um, I'm not sure. You know, because I know people at CBCS. I have walked through. I have seen just about everything I need to see at CBCS. I have seen the vault. I have seen everything. Every nook and cranny, bathroom, you name it, I have seen. And I'm not sure if that was a special thing or if anybody else can see the same thing. I don't know. If I had to guess, I think I was allowed to see the interior of CBCS because I was friends. I was a friend more so than the average customer. I don't think the average customer is allowed to mingle around the graders table and see the slabbing area, talk to the accountant people, see the vault and all that stuff. So I have seen that at CBCS. but I have never got to see the inside of CGC. Bye, doctor. It's dinner time. Time for Chinese food and Survivor. I will go shortly. If anybody else have any other questions and comments, I'm here. But it's almost 8 o'clock myself. It's time for me to go. When I'm done, who knows when, with organizing and shelving all three of my cabinet, then I will do a video showing what I did, what my friend helped me do with the shelf, the cabinet. But for now, I am just starting. He just finished that today. He just came over after lunch today to do the cabinet for me. So I'm just starting. So um, not sure if I'm gonna get this thing done on a timely basis, but it would, like I said, as I told my wife, if I can get a couple hundred books a day, even 100, okay, it will be done in about a month. But I'm hoping to go through more than 100. I'm hoping to do twice that, so we can get it done in 2 weeks. Their prices are going up. You're talking about CGC fee. I think CGC fee is going up by anywhere from roughly $3 to $5 per book as far as grading. Starting in June. Okay, so that's why I predicted last week that May will be a boom. CGC will not be any busier than they have ever been this month. The moment that they announce that they are raising the fee, thousands of people is going crazy trying to beat the deadline to save a few bucks. Okay, so and for that reason, I don't mind paying a little bit more for the faster tier, because I know the cheap tier is gonna get crushed with submission. Will you beat the price right with your books, Nick? It doesn't matter. Like I said, one of my friend asked me, would it matter if something happened and I can't submit my book next week, and I submit my book in June? Is a $5 more is gonna change my submission? No, not really. It shouldn't, because do you think $5 make a difference in this book? You know, you saw what I submit, what I plan to submit. $5 is not a problem. You know, might sound arrogant, but the reality is when you are selling books that are going to be $1,000, $5 more, who give a damn? Who give a damn, right? If it will be misplaced concern if I give a damn about $5 raise when I'm submitting those books, because and I think at the end of the day, per my video last week, I said very few people will change their ways of submitting or buying slab because the fees are going up. I can't imagine people concerning on $3 or $5 raise, to be honest. And time will tell. Time will tell if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Hey, in 6 months, if for whatever reason CGC submission is declining, then you all can tell me I'm stupid. But no, it's not more. And even if it's more, like I said, it's a non-issue. For some people, like I said, everybody have their own tolerance for money. So when it comes down to it, it's depends on the book. Ultimately, it depends on the book. Not every book deserves to be slapped or should be slapped. So The books that I'm submitting, you're talking things that can fetch at least 400, 500 to 1,000 or more. $5 is not gonna make a damn difference. When you sell your books, will shipping be free? Jeff G asked. Most of the time, it has been. When I sell my books, when I personally sell my books, well, I can't say for sure if everything I sold in the past has been free shipping, but when I sell my books, it tend to go fairly inexpensive, um, lower than GPA. Um, so it's all depend on the books. Okay, some people ask me for big discount on keys, and I say no. Some people ask me for small discount on keys, and I say yes. Some books I will give big discount. Some books I don't. It depends on how I feel. But make this very clear. All the fucktards and asshats out there that I don't like, you ain't getting no discount. In fact, I charge you premium just to get you off my page. So when I come down to discount and stuff like that, it's good to be friends with Nick. Yeah. And it's not good to be not friends with Nick. Those that screw me, and there are plenty of people that have screwed with me, you're getting no soup for you. Yes, there are YouTubers out there that are getting no soup from me. I'm not going to name any names, but there are a few that will never get a nickel of discount from me. Yes, there are a few fucktards on the community. Yes. That would be kind to say a few, maybe more than a few. Where do I sell? I sell everywhere. For those that know me, for those that I know very well, I sell privately. By privately, email, for those I don't know, like you, I mean, nice of all, I don't know many people here. Okay, just because we're conversing through Google Chat does not mean I know anybody. But AG Surfer, the AG Surfer, he bought from me, has paid, has received the book, happy. I will gladly sell to AG Surfer anytime. So when it comes down to it, I saw a lot through the auction house, especially like Comic Link. I saw some on eBay. I saw some on the CGC forum. I might entertain selling here on YouTube, like Edwin Strictly Comics have a big 3-hour long live auction that he did a few days ago. I watched the video where he spent 3 hours doing that auction. That's a lot of work. But I might entertain doing something like that, but not in that big scale. Okay, 3 hours is way too long for me. Maybe an hour, maybe do it more than once. Maybe do that once a month kind of thing. So that's a possibility. Okay, so once I get this situated, okay, once this man cave project is done, there will be a lot of selling, because I can tell you, I have a lot more books than the three shelf, the three cabinet can fill. Okay, I told my wife, part of the reason is take a long time to do this because I have to weed out the books. There's room for 2,000 to 2,400 books in the cabinet, but whatever that don't make it into the cabinet is gonna go out of here. Yes, a lot of F-tards out there. So hopefully July. Okay, I talked to a few friends where I said, most likely mid-July would be the starting point of me maybe holding some kind of selling auction on YouTube. Now, I love to participate with the Great Legend. The Great Legend have like a live auction every 2 weeks, but but it is like 10 o'clock on Saturday night. I can't go that late. That's the reason why I haven't participated but one time, even though it turned out well and I sold AG Surfer a bunch of X-Men slabs, is that I can't go 10 o'clock on Saturday night. It's that time frame doesn't work for me. So I might have to hold something on my own, more like a Sunday afternoon kind of thing. So I will announce it. Anyhow, time for me to go. I run past 8 o'clock. It's 8:06. Time for me to chill, take a shower. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I might take time off from doing Wednesday night chat the month of June. Okay, Anthony, last day of school is June 3rd. And then I think, and this summer, he's not going to any summer camp or doing anything special. So, I'm not sure what our plan is going to be for the summer, but maybe I will take summer off as well, as far as doing Wednesday night chat. So the next 2 weeks might be the last two Wednesday night chat until July, when I have the auction. I might do Wednesday night auction starting July. Bye-bye.